welcome to another Fun Maths with Alex here on the Non-Stop Kids Entertainment YouTube channel. Today I am going to teach you how to do some really cool maths drawing. We're going to have a look at how the ancient Greeks used to draw their shapes. And I'm going to show you a little bit more that you can do with something that I showed you in the last video. The ancient Greeks, first of all, I'm going to teach you how to make perfect shapes using nothing but one of these, which is a pair of compasses, because each one of these is a compass, this, which is a ruler, and this, which is a pencil. And we're going to do something. In ancient Greek, there was a man called Euclid, and he's the one who came up with all of this in ancient Greece. So, like, this is going back like this is 2,000 years BC. That's like as long as it's just ridiculously long time. It's like 4,000, 5,000 years ago. Someone came up with how to do this, and I'm going to teach you now. Now, you do need to use a sharp pencil for this to work. So I'm going to show you with a sharp pencil, and then I'm going to use a pen to go over it so that you can see what I've drawn after I've drawn it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand on a little bit of what we did. But this is, if you ever hear fancy mathematicians saying Euclidean geometry, that's what this is. This comes from the name Euclid. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you some paper. I'm going to show you how to draw 4 basic shapes, getting slightly more difficult each time. But when you've seen me do this experiment, see what shapes, see what things you can draw. We're using just a compass, a pair of compasses, and a ruler. You don't even have to measure anything. You just need a pair of compasses, a pencil, and a ruler, and it is awesome. So I'm going to get right in with an equilateral triangle. So here we are. You can hopefully see my paper and my ruler and my hands. We're going to get right in with how to draw an equilateral triangle. And the first thing, there's different types of triangles. I should point this out. There are equilateral triangles, which are all equal sides and be 60 degrees on the inside. There's right angle triangles, which have like a sharp turn and then go up. And there's isosceles triangles, which is basically anything else. So I'm going to teach you how to draw this. So what we're going to do, we're going to start by drawing a line, the length that you want the sides to be. So I've drawn quite a nice long line there. Hopefully you can see that, and hopefully my compass is long enough. My pair of compasses is big enough to be able to draw this. So what you want to do, you want to make sure the point and the pencil are in line, and tighten that up. Then what you're going to do, you're going to put the point of the compass on one end of the line and extend it. Oh no, right, I'm just going to make a mark. That is as big as my compass can go, so I can't quite go to the end of there. So what we're going to do, we're going to start drawing our circle like this, so that it comes like that. Probably can't see that, so I'm going to then what you do, where it meets, you put the point and you draw your circle again like that. Now you probably can't see those on here, so what I'm going to just do is dot where that line has gone on that line like this, using the Sharpie marker. That's where they meet, and a bit more, and coming up here, this is where the circle lines have gone like that. Now you'll see that I've included the point where they actually meet each other, which is this one here. Now we know that that point is exactly the same length from here and here. So if we put our pencil here where we started our line and line it up with the point that they join, we can draw our one line. From where our circle starts on the line up here, we can draw our second line. And that is how you make a perfect equilateral triangle. I'll just quickly draw over the triangle lines with the ruler so that you can see them and you can see what it looks like. There's one of the lines. Here is the second line, and this is the third line. So that is how you make the first one. That is the easiest one to make. That is a equilateral triangle. What's the next easiest one to make, you might ask? Well, the next easiest one to make is a pentagon. No, sorry, a hexagon. So hex coming means 6 in Latin, which is why it's called a hexagon. So it is a 6-sided shape. So we're going to use a slightly smaller circle for this. We're going to start by drawing a circle. Now I'm only doing this very faintly. I'm touching this very lightly because you don't need to touch it very hard. Can you see that circle? Just about. So what I'm going to do is go a bit harder than what I need to so that you can hopefully see that circle a bit better. And then I'll just dot it around with my Sharpie so that you can see it really nice and easily. Dot it like this. So hopefully you can see where it is on your screen, because I want this to be nice and clear for you all. Like that, that is your circle. Then what we're going to do, we're going to keep we're not going to change the length of this. We're going to put it on the circle and we're going to draw a line like that so that it just crosses over the circle. I'm going to put this here. Do. That's where it's crossed, and we're going to then, where it meets the circle, which is here, we're going to do the same and draw another line. And then where it meets the circle, we're going to put the point, we're going to do the same and draw another line. And then where it meets the circle, we're going to do the same and draw another line, and do the same. Again, we're just going to put the point and we're going to draw a line until we get back to where we started. So we now have our 6 lines, and they are, I think, 6 lines anyway. There's there, here, here, and here. They are our 6 lines, and now all we need to do is join up the points where the circles meet the lines, and we will have our hexagon. So let's see here. This line joins here. This one joins. I'm sort of doing this a bit rushed. Whoops. Make sure you take your time over this so you get your ruler and your pencils and everything lined up as best as you possibly can. And the more time you take, the better these are going to look, the more perfect they will be. This goes up here. This one goes along here. And this one goes here, like that. Now, I don't know if you can see that properly, so what I'm just going to quickly do is draw over those lines with my Sharpie. I'm just going to freehand it so that it makes it a little bit quicker, but I've got the lines to copy, so it's not too bad. There, and here. That is our perfect hexagon. Again, please do try that at home. Make sure you get all of your, make sure you get your pair of compasses. Next thing to draw is a square. We've missed out square, which is 4-sided, and pentagon, which is 5-sided. I'm going to show you how to make both of those now. The first thing we need for a square is we need to mark where we're going to start our circle. So we're going to put a little pencil dot just there. And then we're going to put our point on that pencil dot and draw a circle. I might have drawn this one a bit too big. I think I have. I'm going to make it a bit smaller, actually. Right, we're going to draw our circle like this. Let's make sure that I've not drawn this too big. I don't think I have. Have I? Right. Let's find out we're going to see if I've drawn this a bit too big. I may have done for this bit of paper. We'll find out. So we're going to put a line that goes through the middle point, and then we're going to get our pair of compasses to be as long as that line, like this. And we're going to, yes, perfect. It's just about going to fit. And we're going to draw a big circle around like this. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, draw a nice big circle around like this. And where these points meet up, we are going to draw a line straight down the middle like this. Now, I don't know how well I've drawn it, just about, right, so drawn it just about big enough for this piece of paper, so I'm just going to go over with the Sharpie marker. We first started with our point in the middle. We then did a circle around from that point here, like this. Boop, 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 boop. We then drew a line that went across the circle through the middle. We then drew these even bigger circles that come all the way up here and all the way down here. And I'm just going to quickly show you this one as well. Then we drew our line that goes through like this. Now this line starts and finishes where these two bigger circles meet. And now what we're going to do is we're going to join the points where all of these four lines meet the circle, and that will make a perfect square. So that is going to go here, this is going to go here, and we're going to draw our line. We're going to draw our other line here. Now, the more time you take to line this up perfectly, the better it is going to look, the easier it will be to draw. Make sure you take your time to line this up. Make sure the pencil is nice and sharp. I'm going to put this here like that. And I'm just going to freehand the square with the Sharpie marker so that you can see it. Now, obviously, you'll do this with a ruler. I've already done it with a ruler, so I'm just following the lines so that you can see where the square is. Now, what I'd recommend you're doing if you're wanting to do this to draw is to make the lines, these circles, these dotted lines really, 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 really light, and fine, so that when you rub it out, you still see the square, but you don't see, and make the square a bit darker, so that when you take a rubber, you can just rub out all of these markings and you can be left with a perfect square, circle, whatever you want. So the final one we are going to make is a pentagon. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a smaller pentagon because there's a lot of lines that you need for this. So we're going to draw one line here like this. Just going to check my notes so that I make sure I don't make a mistake because there's a lot to this one. Perfect. So we have going to draw one line here like this. Then what we're going to do, we're going to take our pair of compasses and we're going to mark them and line them up with each end of the line so that we have the, there we go, that is perfect. Right, now because there's a lot to this, you're going to have to be very, very accurate. So we're going to draw two circles like this. One here and one here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw all of it and then I'm going to dot over the lines just because you need to be so accurate and careful with this. It will make it a lot easier for me to do this and then show you. So you're going to draw these two circles like that. You will need to mark the perpendicular bisector. So that is this bit where they connect needs to go and join to that bit where they connect at the top. We need that line. Where these two meet here, we're going to draw another circle. Like that. Where they meet here, we're going to draw another circle like this, because we're going to need... There we go. There's lots of circles that go into making this. Okay then, and then what we're going to do, we are going to work out where this line needs to go. So, where these two circles meet, we're going to put our pencil, and we're going to have that go through the bit at the top where the long straight line meets the circle. I'll show you all of this with the Sharpie marker a bit later on. We're going to draw a line up like this, and we're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to start here. We're going to draw a line there, up like this. Now, this circle and this circle are important. Where they meet those lines is where we're going to put our next two lines for our pentagon. And then keeping your compass the same distance apart, where that line meets that circle, we're going to draw a line like this. Where this one meets this circle, we're going to draw a line like this. And where those two lines cross, that is where we are going to finish our pentagon. One and there, and one there. So that is how you make your pentagon. That is a perfect pentagon. Each of these lines is exactly the same length, which means all of the angles in the middle are exactly the same. And I'm going to go through this very, very briefly now with the Sharpie marker. So we start with a long straight line here. We then draw our two circles, which I'm dotting in here. If Luke's kind enough, he'll just speed through this bit, like fast forward or skip or whatever, while I am dotting in these circles. Don't know how he does it. He edits all of these videos. It's fantastic, and I just dropped that. There we go. Then when you have made those two circles, you're going to put this line here. This line is important a little bit later on. Then, where these two circles meet, you're going to make this circle here. And you're also going to make the circle. You could probably do this without the circle at the top, but I like it there just to be on the safe side. Better safe than sorry. Going to put that dot there, and also this circle here. Like that. Lots to go through to get these lines, isn't there? Right, and then where these two circles meet, and this circle meets this line, the straight line here, the circle here, we're going to draw this line here so that it passes through that point there and goes on a bit, and the same here, goes through that point there and on a bit. And then where this line meets our one of our original two circles, we draw our second and our third lines. We then from there mark these two little curves here, and where they meet we draw our fourth and our fifth line, and that is how you draw a pentagon. Now I did say that I would show you some cool things that you can do with what we did the other week. So if you want a very quick explanation of that, go and watch that. I have got here some paper that has got some dots equispaced like this in a nice big square. What we're going to do, we're going to take our pencil and we're going to take our straight edge. And I'm just going to do this with a pencil because it saves a bit of time. And we're going to take our dot here and we're going to take that to our first dot here. So it goes like that, and then we're going to go up one and across one, up one like that, across one like that, and make a line. And basically what you can do then is you can do this all along each of these edges, and you'll get a really cool circle in the middle. I'm just going to do that. So I've done two sides of doing exactly that. So basically it is that one connects to this one, and then it's up one and a long one. I've done this on two sides of this square. If you do it on the other two, you're going to get a really cool shape in the middle. But I'm not going to ruin the fun for you. Have a play with that, see what you come up with. These are all straight lines. I think it looks really, really cool. You can also do the same thing on something like this. So this is at 90 degrees, that's at about 45 degrees, and you can just try what effects you can get from different angles. So I'll just quickly fill this one in. So that is what that looks like filled in. Try it yourself, do lots of different angles, lots of different dots and lines. Fill in the rest of this thing, do whatever you want to do. But yeah, have a lot of fun. And also that is how you do your, and also have a go at doing this with your pairs of compasses and your rulers and stuff. Right, let's finish video. Okay then, so we've looked at how to draw a perfect triangle, we've looked at how to draw a perfect hexagon, a perfect square, and a perfect pentagon. Please do have a go at this at home. Please experiment with these lines as well. It's incredibly fun to see what patterns you can make with the lines like this and whatnot. They are incredibly cool. Do try them. If you don't want to do that, I have got some science videos. They are on the YouTube channel as well. We have also got baking, we've got magic, we've got sign language, we've got performance interviews, we've got so much cool stuff on there. We've got dancing, singing, songs, and we do a live every day at 1 o'clock. Please do tune into that as well on our Facebook page. Check out the YouTube channel. Other than that, have a fantastic day. I've been Alex Foden.